We live. And this chick is a bit of a challenge. I'm gonna drop it.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Feel it.
Okay. My professor messaged me on Canvas.
Always with the Canvas notifications.
There's always.
I really need to turn off all my notifications. Honestly, I kind of want to do that right now. I really don't like anything to pop up if it's not like my messages or something. Had to turn off those pesky Amber alerts, emergency alerts. I mean, that's just insane.
Okay.
Kind of got to keep the Canvas ones on though, just in case. Looks like I can't even turn those off. Oh, I just can't sleep.
Yeah. Alright, you ready?
Yes, sir.
You are live with the Green Room.
Welcome.
I'm Engine F9
I'm Slade F9.
on all socials. Well, you can call us Engine and Slade. Out here, episode 2. Today we're going to be talking about sports.
Yeah.
You already know. Got some ads here for you. 1 second. Oh yeah, A for the iPad freezing. Today's episode is brought to you by BernieBox, custom-made computers and services. By trusting BernieBox, you're showing the world that you demand the absolute best and know where to find it. And also by Resting Beach Face 30A, owned by our good friend Miles. Beach products and beach service. You can find their handle at Resting Beach Face 30A, and that's the number 30 and the letter A. And we'll have it linked below. So now we can dive into the show. Today we're gonna be talking about sports, like we said. So if sports ain't your thing, this probably ain't your episode. Like I said.
Facts.
Yep.
Probably true.
Yeah, but hey, listen, you might learn something if you don't know a lot about sports. So it's been an interesting year with sports, with the pandemic and all. We saw the NBA do certain things, the MLB do certain things, and the NFL not do really anything.
Yeah, they had less fans at the games. But
We're currently got the Masters going on. We got it right here. If you're watching
Very
us
true.
on video, if you're listening, we're playing the Masters in the background in the green room.
Unfortunately, you can't hear SVP commentating.
Copyright issues,
Yeah.
you know. But hey, if you're watching, it's playing, but not really. Wink, wink. We don't own the rights to this footage. Don't sue us. But yeah, the Masters is going on. That's awesome. I haven't gotten to watch it all day today, but I know Tiger is 3 under and did not hit a bogey his whole round today, and that's his first time in I think 100 and something rounds that he's played that he has not since he's not hit a bogey.
That
Or
is.
in a bogey in the opening round, something like that.
I mean, Tiger's a contender no matter what. Even if he ended up not even making a cut, I mean, he was always a contender to begin
It's
with.
his course.
He's goated.
He said earlier in an
Defending
interview,
champ.
post round presser, I forget the guy who's interviewing him. Yeah, it's not coming to me. Anyway, he pretty much said that he felt good about playing the course because he knows a lot about the course. From his friends
true.
telling him to him playing it over the years, he said, he feels at ease when he comes and plays here.
He won it last time.
I'm just happy they got to play. There's a lot of rain there today. Hurricane passing through Florida and into Georgia.
Said it rained there for 2 hours and 47 minutes?
Something crazy like that. There was sitting water on a hole, and that's just what you get when you get to play at Augusta National. Is superior drainage system. So honestly, within an hour, it looked great. You know,
Must be nice.
right? Sure beats the claw.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Shout out to those who know.
Shout out to the Claw.
Yeah.
You're a good course for everything that you do offer.
The only place you can play a tinsum.
You can play a tinsum, and you can play in the mud at the same time.
Yep.
You get a 2-for-1 banger. But no, it's a good course. I mean, I play bad on every course, so I can't blame it on the Claw.
Yeah. Yeah. If I had to rate it on a star system, 1 to 5 stars.
No, 1 to 10.
1 to 10
Because I had a
stars.
number in my head.
Oh, true. I give it like I give that shit a 5, like on a good day.
Yeah, I was gonna say 4. So
4 like is within its means. Like after like if we were to play today with all like the rain that passed through, then yeah, probably 4 because
yeah.
the fairways are a little treacherous there.
Yeah, but I mean, I've gone back a few times, so good enough to go back for the price.
Student discount, boy.
Student discount makes a difference in so many things.
Yeah.
The influencer of so many decisions. If you have a student discount, or if you don't have a student discount, get one. If you do have a student discount, thank you. I'm probably a patron of yours. Spotify, Hulu, that's like a package.
Yeah.
Amazon Prime, the movies. I mean, I haven't been to the movies in a while, but I mean, random places have student discount, especially if you live in a college town. But it's nice.
Ooh. I was checking to see who we have playing tonight as far as the Thursday night football game because it's Thursday. When we're recording this. We'll probably release this either tonight or tomorrow. But we have the Colts and the Titans playing tonight.
Newt Cheppy.
Yeah, good old Phillip Rivers. Newt Cheppy.
Newt Cheppy.
What does that stand for again? It's like a pun. It's like
something about
similar to Carpe Diem.
Something about embrace the day, live your best life. I don't know. Is it worth looking up real quick?
Is it? Yeah, I got you.
Let's look up Newt Cheppy for all y'all who don't know what it is. We've been calling Phillip Rivers.
Latin.
Yeah, it definitely is. I'm gonna leave it to you. I know you got this on lock. Should we talk about like what we're rocking, or should we just kind of keep it going?
Oh, well, the coffee mug actually has spoken. It answered for us. So we got some merch that we're currently rocking right now. As I look this up, y'all can, if you're watching, take a look. If not, if you're listening, merch.streamelements.com/thegreenroomf9 for all your merch needs as of right now. But quality merch, we just got ours in. Got a few different options between shirts, hoodies, coffee mugs, stickers, mouse pad, you name it. It's
I know you're sitting there thinking, that looks comfy. I've seen all of it, in the camera. I'm looking at the camera as it's recording. I know you're thinking it, and it's true. It's so comfy. I'm so cozy right now. I'm so laid back. Just talking sports with the boys. This is we started with a new company this year for our merch, so we didn't know how it was going to be, so it just came in today. I'm trying it for the first time. And,
cozy.
Yeah. Feels good.
What I say earlier, undeniably cozy, certifiably fly. Maybe it was backwards. Peep the Instagram.
But yes.
But I also found the article, or it's actually an interview. But Newt Cheppy means now I begin.
Oh.
Yeah. So he was with the Chargers when that dropped.
But he had like a whole 2-minute honestly, I say 2-minute, but it felt like it was a 10-minute video of him explaining what Newt Cheppy meant. This was like the last year that he was good.
He's still on it. Apparently, this interview dropped on June 11th of this year. It looks like Sports Illustrated was like, you still with this? What's it mean? Can we get the interview?" The original interview was with when he was with the Chargers. Still, he looks a little younger, a little tanner.
What is the interview though? Is the interview him being like, "Oh, honestly, I forgot about that. I moved to Indiana, started in
He's
the
now
corn
beginning.
business."
He always found ways to apply the phrase of life, which includes becoming the Indianapolis Colts quarterback.
Dude, always applicable. Someone was
Yeah.
like, "Dude, adopt this phrase. It's gonna be applicable all the time." You ever have a bad game just so that new chip? Now I begin.
Now I begin.
That was in the past. Philip Rivers is your quarterback. Hey, my mom's a Colts fan, and I do enjoy seeing Philip Rivers play for the Colts.
Yeah. I mean,
He's still got some fire.
I like Justin Herbert with the Chargers too. I feel like it was a good move, you know. But how many years does he have left? You know, not Justin Herbert, but Philip.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh no, Philip for sure. I mean, the Chargers had a good draft pick. You know, like
they did indeed.
They were gonna get someone good no matter what. Luckily, they chose in front of us, and we got Tua, which we'll get to. But they were going to get a good draft pick anyway. But the Colts were pretty decent last season, and they had to make a move. And I'm happy they got Philip Rivers. And you're right, bro. You're right.
For those who don't know, we are Dolphins fans. Sorry
Go Fins.
that hurts
Fins
your
up.
feelings, but
No, it shouldn't hurt anyone's feelings. We haven't been too mean to anyone lately.
Unless you're one of those undefeated teams that gets heartbroken each year, in which we're popping champagne. Just know that.
Yeah, as soon as the Steelers go down
this year, yeah,
which will happen, they'll have a good season.
Almost happened via the Cowboys.
It did
with their third stringer, Gilbert.
Hey, the Steelers are good. They might be the best team. They might win the Super Bowl, but what I'm gonna say is one of these days they're gonna lose a game, and on that day, popping that champagne. Because the Dolphins are the only team ever in the NFL to go undefeated. If you didn't know, you should
go undefeated the rest of the year.
If you've made it this far into a sports episode, you probably know.
Yep.
Everybody knows.
Speaking of the Dolphins and Tua, my guy is a rock star, and everybody who was down talking him last week got a little taste of their own medicine this week when he put up 248 yards, 2 touchdowns, and for those of us who play fantasy football, got you 21.42 points, which is not bad for a quarterback. I mean, it's not outstanding.
It's going to get the job done.
Patty Mahomes out here averaging like 30 each week. But 21 is not bad either because you got people out here only putting up, like 8 or 9 points. So, solid option there as maybe your QB too. Backup QB for maybe a QB on a bye week. Unless you're playing like a league of 20, then he might be your starter.
Does it happen to show his completions and attempts?
Let's see.
That's fine.
Nah, not on the
just on the fantasy. Just like from watching the Dolphins, they have so many weapons on offense that, I mean, he doesn't really have to do too much, but when he does go deep, it's a threat every time. I mean, you saw it at Alabama, and I mean, that's something that's going to translate no matter what. Like picking off a receiver deep, I mean, if you can do that somewhere, you can do it anywhere, I feel like.
Yeah.
I mean, because he has great pocket presence. Like his pocket movement really surprised me.
He's got a nice arm.
Definitely.
Very accurate.
Gets it down the field.
For sure. He's smart. High football IQ. Championship pedigree.
100%.
For those who play fantasy football, I'm in 3 leagues. Not too much to handle, but a commitment nonetheless. I'll try to keep y'all posted on like my fantasy picks and whatnot. It's currently week 10, so we're a little into the season, but I'm gonna go over my starting picks in my number 1 league. just to go over them. Because it's interesting because my starting quarterback, who's Patrick Mahomes, is out this week. That's their bye week, so I'm forced to
Happens.
start Carson Wentz against the Giants because he's the best quarterback I could get.
They have a sneaky good defense.
Yeah, they do have a sneaky good defense. However, one of Carson's better games this season was against the Giants. So, with that being said, I had to start him. We got Aaron Jones back from injury last week. Seemed to be doing good. um, so I'm definitely starting him this week. Let's see. My normal RB2 is out, so I got Daryl Henderson Jr. starting, the LA Rams running back. At my wide receiver one, I got Marvin Jones Jr. He plays for Detroit. He's pretty good. I mean, quite a few other receivers out there that I would probably choose to start over him, but nonetheless, he's a solid wide receiver. Maybe maybe a solid flex position no matter what week it is. Um, for my RB2, I got Robbie Anderson. Robbie Anderson fits the RB, or no, excuse me, the wide receiver two. He fits the wide receiver two spot really well because he's the deep throw guy. So he may not be putting up a lot of consistent points. However, he'll get found late in the game for a deep ball and put up a solid chunk there. Tight end, I can't deny that Gronk's been a little more active each week. Brady's been getting him in there. So I gotta start my dog Gronk. He's predicted to put up more points than like your average tight end.
Who are they about to play?
Carolina.
Okay. So is Bridgewater good?
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, Bridgewater's good.
Saw him take a hit last game.
Yeah, I got him starting in another one of my leagues. He's actually my backup quarterback behind Patty in that league. I try to get Patty in every league. I mean, yeah,
Yeah, he
solid
puts up
move.
big numbers. I mean, it's a solid fantasy player.
Got Devontae Parker in there at my flex spot, playing the Chargers. I feel like, oh,
Oh, Tua and
I
Herbert?
was just thinking that as soon as I read that. Dope. Nice. We get to see Herbert and Tua duke it out Sunday at 4:05 p.m. Best believe we'll be tuned into that. Can't
Oh,
wait.
definitely.
Can't wait to give a review on that game and get to see Herbert and Tua match up and Herbert take another L.
Yeah, Tua's 2-0. I'm ready to just see him keep winning. I mean, the Dolphins were already winning without him, and it looks like, I mean, they didn't really need to bench Fitzpatrick, but since they did and they decided it was time, I mean, I don't necessarily know if we beat Arizona with Fitzpatrick. I mean, no one really knows, but
I don't think we do.
shoot, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I don't think we do. I'm not sure. I mean, I think having Tua was a big help down the stretch. He was really clutch. He's always good in the type of situations that he's put in.
Yeah, I don't think because Kyler and Tua were kind of going back and forth there in the second half to where it was a battle, and I just don't think Fitzmagic gets it done there. I think he throws an interception or something. And Tua made those great plays with his legs that got us the first downs we needed in order to advance up the field and capitalize on the drives that we got the ball.
Hey,
Um,
that's true. We've only lost close games because we lost to the Bills, the Patriots, and the Seahawks. And each of those was a one possession game. It was really close. It was the Patriots before.
They fell apart.
I don't know what happened to them, but they honestly looked good against us. Like they looked pretty good and we looked pretty good. I wasn't upset about it, but honestly, all those games were close. We started just blowing out every team, and then Arizona's the first one possession game we've had in this 4-game win streak.
Yeah.
5-3 or
Poor San Francisco. We served them the work, son.
Hey, I'm gonna say
Work. WERK.
They have been getting served up lately, though.
Yeah, they're not that great now.
The Seahawks served them up, although San Fran made the score not look so bad. And then somebody just did them real dirty this past week.
Oh, I didn't finish. Oh, for my just to wrap it up as far as my fantasy picks goes. For my defense, I like what I've seen from the Giants D lately. They've been putting up some solid fantasy numbers. They're gonna play Philly. It's kind of contradicting that I'm starting Carson Wentz and I don't want him. I want him to score, but I got him starting the Giants D. But what are you gonna do? My normal starting people are out. In this league, I got the Bills defense normally, and I think the Giants are actually going to put up more points. So you got to roll with your punches here. But and finally, as my kicker, I got Matt Prater. I got Greg Zerline in this league. Greg the leg for Dallas. Normally, he's a solid 10, 11 points. Probably one of the best kickers in the league, at least top five each year. Matt Prater. Can't say I know too much about him. I recognize his name. Think he's been in the league a good number of years. Seems to be accurate. He's gonna be kicking for Detroit. So that's who I got starting. You guys,
You got him over Zerline?
Zerlin's got a bye.
Oh,
I
well, yeah.
think.
Yeah, Prater's fine. He's been kicking for he's kicked for Detroit for a little while.
Yeah.
So, he's a veteran. He'll handle business. Detroit seems to score a lot of points and not always touchdowns.
Yep. So get it into the sunrise. What else we got popping? The NBA Finals. That was interesting. That whole NBA thing was interesting. I
Yeah.
think honestly, a lot of the other sports could have taken notes on how they did that. You know,
Yeah. I mean, they definitely prevented their players from getting the coronavirus.
0 cases. Am I right?
Yep. They
Yeah.
definitely succeeded. I mean, if that's the overall goal, then yeah, that's how teams should be doing it.
It was kind of there was a risk reward because you had to all those athletes had to stay in the bubble for that long,
Oh yeah.
but they got 0 cases, and then you look at like the NFL, a lot of cases. The MLB had a few outbreaks, and each of those they kind of did it differently. MLB had what outlet cities where they would be playing in one city and they had certain precautions where they had to abide by while they were there. NFL I don't think has any other than just don't go out and so kind of stay away from people. You got
Yeah.
to pass the test still, and if you don't, you're out for however many days.
It's true. That's the thing is like if that's the main goal is to keep them from getting the virus, yeah, do that. But then you bring in the whole like I don't even know ethics, I guess you would call it like an ethics thing of like is it cool to like keep someone away from their family for how long do you think they were in the bubble? They started in the bubble. The first game was on July 31st and they let's see. I wonder how long they had to quarantine before that. Probably at least 14 days.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so it ended in October, correct?
Yeah.
So from July 31st, August, September, and
I'll
then
look at the date.
2.5 months, possibly 3 months. I know that's when they started was July 31st, and then it went till sometime
Yeah, it
in
was on
October
the 13th of October.
13th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
it's crazy.
it's a good amount of time to be in a bubble.
Yeah. So they succeeded in nobody getting coronavirus, which is really impressive, honestly. And it makes sense that no one would get it. But I just wonder what that was like. I mean, shoot, the military, like they go through shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
They gotta do stuff like
they
that.
go through all kinds of hardcore shit. Like
But
yeah,
it
they
had
get
to be tough
hand
nonetheless. The only homies you can hang out with are your teammates, and then
and the ops.
and the ops. That's the other thing. You come out, you're like wherever you were staying in there, and like go to get like a snack or take a walk, and you see the person you were playing that night, like, yo, what's up, dog?
You just see like the opposing guard just icing his ankles up, just staring you down.
Yeah,
You're just trying to get some chocolate milk
let
and
me
some
go.
Lucky
Yeah, let me go
Charms.
trip this fool real quick. Like, sorry about it. Not.
Yeah, it must have been a weird dynamic. I think, I don't know. Jimmy Butler said he wasn't there to make any friends. He didn't care. He was out there slinging coffee.
Yeah, I was about to say, instead of making
$20 a
friends,
cup.
he was
He's making
cups.
money.
And it's like, no matter what I really thought was funny was that he had two sizes of coffees, but they were both $20. You could get the medium or the large, and it was still $20.
Shoot, you could get a small. It was $20 no matter what. You could get a bean. It's all $20. That's
economics.
Yeah, exactly.
What did he call it?
Someone asked him about it.
Big Face Coffee, right? Is that what it was called?
I have no idea.
I think it's Big Face Coffee. I'm about to look it up. Who knows? And if anybody's tried to holler at us and let us know.
Can I leak my my Jimmy Butler coffee conspiracy from the finals that I didn't want to leak?
It is Big Face Coffee. Yeah.
So we kind of
put laxative in their coffee.
Not laxative, but like he might have like doubled Caruso's dose on a couple of those games because
my dude was tweaking.
My dude Caruso was going so hard. I thought he was just getting a steady dose from Jimmy Butler, and then like what was it, Game 5 when Miami went off? Yeah. Wait, no, Game 4, and then Game 5 was close. I don't know. Some of the games down the stretch, a few of the games down the stretch, it looks like Caruso either got a double dose or my man got cut off. But they still got the job done, so kudos to LA.
It was in Game 5, the Heat took it 111-108.
Yeah.
They also took Game 3 115-104. So I think it was Game 3.
3 and 5. No, I'm thinking of Game 5, bro.
Yeah.
Down the stretch, Caruso was like, oh, I need it. But Caruso's a really good player. Like, really good player. But he was a little low on speed.
He had 23 minutes, rebounds, assists. He only had 3 points that game.
Caruso?
Yeah. LeBron had 40.
Statistics.
LeBron had 40 points.
LeBron had 40?
13 rebounds.
I'm not surprised.
Kuzma had 7 points. 0 assists, 1 rebound. So I heard today, speaking of the Lakers, Kuzma, and that topic, that they're shopping Kuzma and Danny Green for DeMar DeRozan. And it's like, yeah, you could. I mean, yeah, I feel they got other pieces that they could develop, then take the L on Danny Green. DeMar DeRozan's obviously better than Kuzma.
It's just a matter of kind of like fit and what they provide, where it's like, it's kind of crazy to me that people would dog someone like Danny Green for like missing a shot. It's just like, bro, hitting a 3 ain't just like easy, you know? Like,
right,
a wide open 3, give it to anyone. It's not a guaranteed thing they're gonna make it. Like, give someone a 3 after playing an entire game,
whole layup, and
tired,
I'm
like
just a layup
with everything on the line, you know? I mean. Yeah. Everybody's missed a layup. Everybody's missed shots. Like, I just think it's kind of crazy that people would come at him.
Tripping on him.
But what I was going to say, though, is Kuzma and Danny Green provide you long-distance shooting, where DeMar DeRozan's play style, does he shoot threes? I mean, maybe he can make threes, but he's not like a sniper. But he kind of just seems like he would crowd the lane a little bit. I mean, of course you want a superstar player on your team. You make it work. I mean, because you can't
put shooting threes on the Lakers now.
If he's a better player,
and Danny Green and Kuzma aren't there.
Yeah,
who's shooting threes?
Honestly, AD and LeBron are both pretty.
They'll
nice.
pull from 3.
They're both pretty nice pulling up from deep.
Well, not them. They don't count. We knew they were pulling from 3.
KCP.
Now, see, that's probably what they're thinking. We'll keep KCP shooting 3.
KCP.
They did give him a nice little contract too.
They got like. They just had such a nice team, and the Clippers bailed them out. The Clippers didn't really bail them out, but it's just
they choked. They choked hard.
The Lakers had to be feeling really confident going up against the Nuggets after thinking they were about to see Kawhi and Paul George and like, you know, who was the actual Vegas odds favorite to win the finals.
Freaking Jamal Murray was like, hold up, don't count me out, bro.
That's true.
I will mess up your whole life. Camera clicked.
We should restart it.
Dun, 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 dun. I mean, we can keep talking.
Yeah. But Jamal Murray, I mean, that's what I like to say, bro. That's why they play it on that's why they play it on the field or play it on the court and they don't play it on paper, you know? Like they have an equal opportunity to go out there and get more buckets. It's your five versus my five, you know?
Yeah.
I think that the Nuggets put forth so much energy in that series and just did so much miraculous things. And the Lakers were just sitting there watching, like, oh, we can't let them do that to us. We ain't going to let them do that to us. And I mean, the Nuggets were, something to watch. They're such a spectacle, but the Lakers just kind of walked over them like they were nothing. And then the Heat put on for their city. That's for sure. They made that
Yeah.
interesting.
You know, Miami Vice.
Miami
I
Vice.
like the whole
Yes, sir.
culture in Miami.
I'm a Pacers fan, but
I'm a Celtics
I love
fan,
Miami.
so I'm hurt that they beat us. But if we
It happens.
had Gordon Hayward the whole series, I think it would have been a little different. And we don't know what we're doing with the center position. I mean, Tice, it's not long term, and Al Horford was good. He was old, he was getting older and asking for too much money. And then he went and pretty much laid an egg in Philly as far as I'm concerned. And so we got to figure that
Yeah.
spot out. Once we get the center down, everybody else is good.
Who do y'all have on the bench, bro?
We got Taco, but we don't really activate him. So we also got Cantor. He played a lot center. He's all right, but he's not going to get you there.
Like all these players on a scale of balling are obviously amazing. They're professionals, but like on the scale of who's gonna make a difference, like
They aren't.
the fact. I mean, you have Taco. He's in the bubble. Can he not play?
I think Brad Stevens put him in for the end of a couple games, but no, he doesn't play him. I think he's scared he's gonna get hurt and he's like getting shape better, more muscle or something.
I can't question it. I can't question why he's not playing Taco. I know Taco has played before and he did really good.
Played against Zion when he was with UCF and the ACC. No, it was the actual
NCAA tournament.
Yeah, and almost they lost by 1 point, 2 points, something crazy like that.
Yeah, I want to say it was 1 point.
That was with they had Cam Reddish. What's the dude went to the Knicks?
RJ Barrett.
They call him the Maple Mamba.
Nobody calls him that.
Thank you.
He calls himself the Maple Mamba,
and that's what we were gonna get to. Is the fact that I think that's
RJ
a self acclaimed name that everybody was like, hold up, ain't nobody call you that, bro. You play for the Knicks.
He said, yeah, exactly. I mean that just was said like that, and then no one ever called him the Maple Mamba again.
It was like, hold up.
Yeah. I mean, he was good.
Became a meme.
He was a really good high school / international youth player, and
went to the Knicks where careers go to die. If he gone somewhere else, maybe they develop and he becomes he finds his niche in the league. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens in New York.
I feel like at the end of the day, all these players are really good. It's just, if you think about it, the players that are set apart from the rest of the league are the ones that can shoot unbelievably or are really big in one way or another. Such as, I mean,
look at Kevin Durant.
Yeah, is it any surprise that Kevin Durant or Giannis or AD dominates? I mean, they're 7 feet tall.
And they're they have skills in different areas. They're not just the big guys that don't get rebounds.
They're not just exactly.
Giannis can't really shoot the 3 yet, but AD can. KD obviously can.
Oh yeah.
Giannis has got a little different energy than them though. But
yeah, I mean Giannis is coming if he Euro steps you, I mean he just created 4 feet of space and he's just gonna go straight up and dunk.
They showed that video where he was from inbounding the ball to the rim in 4 steps, some crazy mess like that.
Exactly.
How long how long your leg span has to be? They call it leg span.
Leg span?
Your arm span.
That's your wingspan.
Wingspan, excuse me.
No, yeah, but like that's your wingspan.
So what's your legs? I mean, like, it applies the length in which
like
your
just
leg
the length
stretches,
of your legs?
like stretched out.
Yeah.
When you take a step.
Oh.
Things we don't know.
I guess that would be like your stride distance.
That makes sense.
Something like
Your
that.
stride.
Yeah.
There we go. Well, still.
But yeah. Being tall in basketball. This is breaking news. Being tall in basketball is an advantage.
Dun dun dun.
But you can't just be tall. But honestly, if you're just tall, like Taco Fall isn't just tall. But even if he was just tall and you just stuck him in there, I mean, he's making shit happen.
That's all
Like,
he needs to do.
throw it to
rebounds.
Taco.
He can literally block I think his hand goes pretty much to the rim. Like, you're blocking shots. You might be goaltending more often than you want, but
That's what I'm saying. He's sending your shot into the little, like, the irons that build the ceiling. He's sending it so far away. It's going so far past the front row and the fifth row, and the upper deck is just going straight to the ceiling. And that's Taco Fall playing defense on anybody. Maybe Yao Ming. Be a good matchup.
shout out to Yao Ming.
Yeah, he made it to the Hall of Fame.
As he should.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You couldn't like the NBA wouldn't have been the same without Yao Ming, just because
Looks like we got some breaking news here.
he was just so tall.
We got White Sox first baseman Jose Abreu is named 2020 AL MVP.
Ooh.
Fourth winner in franchise history and the first since Frank Thomas in 1994.
The big
Source,
hurt.
ESPN.
94.
Frank Thomas, he does testosterone ads now.
Mm-hmm.
The big hug.
The big hunk is more like it.
Is that what she says?
That's what she says.
Hunk?
Yeah. The big hunk. Yeah.
AKA not her husband.
Yeah, she's literally talking to her husband like, is that Frank Thomas? Can you hold my stuff?
Out here looking like Molly Queer Rose, talking about some athletes.
Oh, Trey.
Sorry, Molly.
It's okay. She forgives you, I'm sure.
Probably not. She'd probably get real mad.
Nah.
But I don't know her like that.
She's vibing.
What else been going on in the sports world?
Football.
Yeah, a lot of football. Whole lot of
The
football.
World Series happened. The Stanley Cup happened.
Tampa Bay
Tampa
took
sports.
home the Stanley Cup.
Yes.
We're catching up. This is the first sports episode, so we're bringing you all the good stuff that's happened so far this year.
There's been a lot. The return of sports was a triumphant one.
Life was weird, very weird without sports. Like,
there was just nothing.
couldn't turn on I had to wake up and turn on the TV, which is my home channel is ESPN. So without that, it was just where's my background noise to life?
I had to use my imagination for fun again for the first time since I was like 9 years old.
Yeah, it was. You gotta do what you gotta do to survive out here.
Yeah, we've adapted, like we said. We've adapted.
But they're back, so we good now. And
yeah, we literally. We got the top 10 coming up.
new iPhone commercial.
Phillip Rivers, 4 yards away from fifth most all time, passing Dan Marino.
No Cheppy.
Nuke Cheppy.
Couldn't get you a ring, but
He begins
broke
now.
some records of some people that did.
Hey, Dan Marino never had a ring either.
Oh shoot.
It's true. He was the man. Hey, a lot of things got to go your way. I've always said that about winning ships.
Whole lot of setup.
Whole lot of things got to go your way. But yeah, shout out to the Tampa Bay Lightning.
They brought it home.
Shout out to the Tampa Bay Rays.
They almost brought it home. Kevin Cash took out what's his name?
Snow.
Was killing it, and on the basis of he was his statistics said he was going to fall off that inning and start giving up hits and runs. When he had only given up like 1 or 2 hits to that point, the whole night had like
he was killing it.
8 or 9 strikeouts,
Crushing it.
Crazy. Kevin Cash won Manager of the Year, whatever that award is, yesterday.
In the same breath. That's funny.
Yeah. So
Hey, he killed it though. I want to say they had the best record in the AL. And
$12 million roster versus a 200-something million roster. Wow, what a story! If they had won, what a story! But still a story nonetheless.
I will say though, what they did accomplish was really nice, especially for like the city. The whole city was vibing off that, and they sent home the Astros, bro, the Houston Trash Cans.
Gotta love it.
Because as we were talking about championships taking a lot of metal and a lot of things to go your way, and just like a lot, it takes a lot for a championship. I just don't like to see someone cheat their way into one and then not have it revoked or
After like getting caught red-handed, admitting it, and then going, "Yes, we did it. We are sorry."
Exactly.
And no punishments.
Still a World Series title winner.
No asterisk by the World Series title. That's why y'all are getting beamed. And like, don't think it's over with this season. Y'all are gonna get beamed next year too.
It's just unfortunate. I mean, if you know they cheated, just take it away. I mean,
Altuve's little gremlin ass is like the face of the whole scandal.
That's what I think too, because I always picture them celebrating now after the scandal came out and they were talking about it, on all the major news, sports media outlets. And I just kept seeing them celebrating directly after.
How dare they?
And seeing Altuve and just all of them, it just looked like they felt so guilty.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not something I recognize. It did seem a little weird. I don't know when they got it, but they seemed a little guilty. I'm not going to lie. When you look back at it, look at them. Altuve's a little bit, actually not only a little bit, a lot more hype than everyone else. And they look really guilty. And I think the Dodgers were like, we don't want it. We don't want the championship. But now that they won theirs and they got it legit and it's
maybe
fine,
they take the other one just for the sake of
give it to them. It's theirs.
Give them 2.
They deserve it.
They broke their drought, so now their drought isn't broken on the fact that they were awarded a championship. Now you can give it to them and they just have 2. And the Trash Cans don't have one. Or they still have. Is that their only championship?
I want to say they won 2. But I know they were in the World Series a couple times, but I want to say they won 2. But we definitely have to look it up now. We can't leave the people hanging like that.
It just says 2017.
Just 2017?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the one they cheated on. They couldn't get it done without doing that. Dodgers, 2017. And who did they beat in the ALCS? The Yankees. And the Yankees were a 100-win team that year? Question mark?
I believe that was the year they were killing it.
Yeah. And they went 7 games.
The year after they got Giancarlo Stanton. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Aaron Judge was on fire.
It's got to be done. Something's got to be done about that.
And I hate the
We're taking away NCAA championships because people signed footballs. Like, I get it. It's against the rules, but I mean, it's not like they were on the field. Like,
I'm so salty that the NCAA did and the ACC did FSU basketball that dirty last year and canceled the tournament. Didn't award us the championship, ACC championship nonetheless. But FSU basketball was clearly the men's college basketball national championship last year, and we received no credit. And then the top 25 rankings just came out. We're like 19. What?
Makes no sense whatsoever.
What? I got questions.
Big questions.
I got questions.
A lot of questions.
The only other question that's more important is, why haven't you bought merch yet? Get some merch. Merch.streamelements.com/thegreenroomf9. Run it up. And take a picture in it.
Solid.
You buy a coffee mug, you get 10% off whatever else you order.
That's cool. You made that
Yeah.
deal.
I think it's just automatic.
That's awesome.
I think it's like a thing they're doing now. So, well, do it while they got it. It's a free coupon.
That's awesome.
Cover some of your shipping cost. Uh,
They came out well. Did you
yeah.
like really flex those on the camera yet? We got these, the first things we got in were these mugs, and we were really happy with the way they came out. It's the same logo I have on this sweatshirt.
For
Which
those
we'll
that
probably,
don't know, go to the Instagram.
I was gonna say, go to our Instagram, go to our merch store, check them out. They're nice.
Instagram is the Green Room F9. Pretty much on all socials, you can type in the Green Room F9 and we're gonna pop up.
You could type it on Google, find one, and find them all.
Yep.
Try to do something that would be pretty searchable. So throwing the Green Room F9 all as one word has really been a pleasant experience in securing it on all platforms. It wasn't taken for pretty much any of them.
We got the Olympics coming up.
That's in 2022, right?
Oh yeah, they postponed it.
So this
It's
year,
in Beijing.
yeah. So we have Winter Olympics.
Nothing.
No.
They didn't get pushed.
They had to have gotten pushed. They would have been this year. Those are every 2 years. But they had to have gotten pushed. Or maybe they're coming up.
It's supposed to 2020. This is what Google says. I don't know if this has been adjusted now that they've had to push stuff back, but it says the 2020 Summer Olympics will begin on Friday, July 23rd, 2021. So that's this. Yeah, they're coming up.
The Summer Olympics are 2021?
Yeah, the 2020 this year's the Olympics that apparently were supposed to
Yeah.
be this summer are now next summer.
That's right. They were supposed to be this summer.
So-
Okay. Everything makes sense again.
Yep. So
got
we got them coming up. They're in Beijing, and from what my sources tell me, they're experimenting and kind of like trying to figure out if they're gonna allow fans or not. And it's looking like they're gonna have fans, a few at least. But I mean, is it necessary? Maybe for the athletes, but
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's just whatever's important to, the legislation or the leaders of whatever, where they're going to be in Beijing. Beijing. And so, yeah, they're going to make whatever is the best, like, political, socioeconomic decision that will make people the happiest. Because you can't just do something to get more money at the expense, of people's health and like get away with it in this day and age. Like, people call you out too hard and too heavy.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that's what they would like to do. I mean, people like to have these Olympics so they can make money, right? I mean, let's be honest.
yeah, I
You
mean,
don't just want
I
to.
don't think that our country like gets a check for winning or anything.
No,
the
yeah.
athletes do, maybe the team does, but it's not like our country is worth trillions of dollars worth of debt. Like the Olympic check, if we get one, nothing.
No, I'm saying like you want to host the Olympics.
Oh, you get money
because
for that. If people travel, you get
That's what I'm
bigger
saying. It's like
business, boom.
a huge economic like.
Stimulus.
Oh yeah. I mean the Olympics is something that you get to host years in advance. I mean they probably know up to 2032 right now who's going to be hosting that Olympics.
Yeah,
And in countries they prepare for it.
well in the future. Yeah, they got some of them build infrastructures from scratch.
Absolutely.
Most of them have to. I mean, you're gonna have it once. They'll have a big city, and it'll be like they'll have a couple stadiums there. Like I think Denver's gonna host one if they haven't already. But
Yeah.
they build infrastructures. It's crazy. It's crazy how much they do. Like I saw a video on how they did Brazil not too long ago, or the Rio's in Brazil.
Think about going to the Olympics and like watching like USA versus Brazil, in like a foreign country.
Be awesome.
You would feel like you were in such a just ridiculous atmosphere. All kinds of different. I mean, that would be probably one of the most diverse places you could go to. I
Be
mean, sports
awesome.
fans, of course, but
Especially if
I
it was like
feel
a
like,
sport you were passionate about. Like
yeah,
I get hype over some men's volleyball, like the Summer Olympics. That goes crazy.
definitely
We got basketball, Summer Olympics.
true.
Yeah. There's no Olympic baseball. Is there?
No, the baseball.
There's Olympic men's soccer
Yeah, there's
and
definitely
women's
soccer.
soccer. It's just tight.
Baseball has a World Baseball Classic, and I want to say they have a Baseball World Cup as well. I do not believe there's an Olympic baseball team, or we would know
Yeah,
about it.
yeah.
Our team would be stupid fire, but at the same time,
None of the MLB people will play. Just like for the USA hockey team, none of you can't play if you're in the NHL.
yeah, well, you can't play if you're in the NHL.
Yeah.
So the thing about the World Baseball Classic is some teams don't want their players to play, but most of them are not under contract that they can't play. But I mean, it would be kind of awkward to just be like, I'm gonna go play, and then
Can't break your leg.
whether you get hurt or not,
That would suck.
be like, yeah, you can't really tell me what to do, but I don't know.
Yeah,
If you're a
that
superstar
suck.
player, just do whatever you got to do.
Yeah.
If you're not contractually bound,
Just
be
live with the
like,
consequences. I mean, or like, there might not be necessary consequences.
yeah, I
Do
mean,
you?
it'd be fine. I
That's why
mean,
you hire an agent. You blame them if they tell you to do it.
don't see the most injuries in baseball. See more injuries in football and basketball than anything else, but mainly football.
It's a dangerous sport. Not for those who are soft or don't mind a little head trauma.
Yeah,
CTE is real.
definitely. Definitely is.
Yeah. But what else? What else we got here on the table for today?
You know what's crazy too? The basketball season just ended October 13th, like we said,
Mm-hmm.
and they start on December 22nd.
Crazy. Like in the perspective of the teams who didn't go to the bubble, they got a huge off season. Like Steph Curry's like, let's run it. And LeBron's like,
Right?
catch me like playing 1 minute of every game until mid season when it matters.
Load management, is that you?
Yeah. Hey, yo,
Ex-
Kawhi, am I doing this right?
Exactly. Hey, I mean, it is what it is. What,
The
like,
Clippers, they hired Ty Lue as their coach, right?
they did.
Yeah. And Doc Rivers went to Philly.
Yeah.
Eh.
It's like, I'll say, I don't get that excited for the beginning of a basketball season unless there's new players with new teams.
Mm-hmm.
Because basketball seasons are just so long. Like they're usually 82 games. And there's like a lot of time for stuff to shape out.
Yep. A lot
I
of
think
ups and downs.
the last time I really enjoyed watching regular season basketball, like really enjoyed it, was when everyone was realizing that Steph Curry was must-see TV.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I could see the Warriors, I would get so excited. I was like, what is this man gonna do? This when he was pulling from half court for no reason and hitting them. And like it was
Pulling up in your face, turn around, step back,
yeah.
just slanging it up. Not even no shot for him, just Jay.
And he had Klay Thompson, you can't call him the sidekick, but at the end of the day, everyone knew Steph Curry. And then you turned in to watch Steph Curry, and then you were like, who is this guy? Does this guy miss? You're like, no, this guy doesn't miss either. This is why the team is so
The
good.
answer is no, he does not.
Yeah, no, he doesn't.
They don't miss. The Splash Bros.
Klay Thompson has to have a higher shooting percentage than Steph. I'll say he
Probably.
has to. And he beat Steph head to head in 3-point shootout.
I believe that too.
I mean, Klay Thompson might be the more accurate shooter. Steph Curry has more range. and he will shoot it in anyone's face. I mean, he can shoot a more contested shot. That's the thing, is his percentage is probably lower because his difficulty is probably higher. And that's not to say that Clay takes non-difficult shots. I mean, Clay will hit from pretty much anywhere inside half court as well. It's just usually he doesn't have to with that quick release.
I'm trying to
What a
find their
duo.
all-time shot percentages. I don't know if I can trust Wikipedia.
You never know if you can trust Wikipedia. It should be like under some type of ESPN profile.
Voucher. Anyway, nevertheless, you're probably right. Clay's higher, I imagine. But
Definitely have seen a few stat comparisons that have Clay higher by a couple points. But
yeah. Yep. It's been our sports episode. Hope y'all are digging it. I think we did a pretty decent job getting caught up.
yeah,
As to
we'll definitely be getting more in depth with,
more specific stuff.
especially now that we're caught up. It's going to be a lot of football talk, a lot of fantasy talk, and a lot more statistically charged content. We just kind of wanted to get caught up, kind of recap what sports has been like, as this is one of the, if not definitely the most crazy time in sports, as it is a crazy time in a lot of other things right now as well.
Definitely. Yeah. A lot of things that are different, more so than they have ever been. And certain rules have changed. No fans. Basketball had virtual fans, which were the coolest in my opinion. You got baseball with the cutouts and one of them. The football teams are doing that too. The Broncos put South Park characters in the stand.
Did they?
Yeah,
They have no other fans?
They had regular fans cutouts, but in certain sections it was the South Park characters.
True.
That was
I like
pretty
that.
dope. I liked that. Yeah. So
So my mom was saying, right, that it would be really cool. So the fans pay to send in their pictures to the baseball games, and then they put the fans' pictures on the seats. So my mom was saying, if the player hits the ball or it hits a home run and it hits one of those players or one of those people's pictures, that they should mail them the ball.
yeah.
That
And if you pay more, you can get like one of the persons on the team to sign your cutout. And mail
Yeah,
it to
but
you.
I'm saying like as if you were actually in the stand, like that person should just get the
Yeah, that's
ball.
really creative.
Yeah, we looked at a couple different scenarios, and on the game we were watching when she said that, the commentator said if the player hits a home run and it hits that fan's seat, then they put the player's face over it and move the fan somewhere else. I'm like, that's not cool. That's not cool. What are you talking about? Like, we saw the player hit the home run. Like,
Dang.
can a sister or like a brother get the ball real quick? Give me something. I spent $100 to get in that seat. If the ball hit me, I'm coming with my glove. I'm gripping it.
That's funny.
But yeah, so it was very, very funny. Lil Wayne was courtside at a couple bubble games.
Yeah, I think Obama was too. I had a bunch of celebrities.
It's getting
But
presidential out here.
I want to say like they had one that was like super packed out. They had a bunch of people. Let's see if I can pull it up. Yeah, the 2020 finals. Barack Obama, Shaquille O'Neal, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, among other celebrities. Let's see, notable. Here we can click on the article. Where's the list? Paul Pierce was down there. He was getting sleepy. But that could have been the finals. He was watching it. When the Celtics were still playing. These are a bunch of
That's
Twitter
true.
articles. Don't give me an article full of Twitter posts, bro.
Yeah, that's something we don't want to see.
Yeah. What is this?
Ooh.
Dwayne Wade, Dirk Nowitzki, Manu Ginobili. Hogs Hall, Ray Allen, Robert Ory,
Bunch of
Robert
ballers.
Parrish, Chauncey Billups, Paul Pierce. Bunch of ballers, really.
Bunch of ballers.
But yeah, it was dope. I liked how they did that. I was and better than any of the other leagues. I think the NBA took the crown with that. But yeah, this has been the episode on sports. Kind of the first one. We're going to touch base on a lot of what happened this past year and whatnot, catch up. But going forward, we'll be a little more specific with the content on sports. Like I said, we will put the description of the episode in the bio so you can kind of read that before. Dun 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 dun. Thank you. Follow our socials.
Thank you for listening.
The Green Room F9 on everything. Engine F9. Slade F9. Gang gang.
Thank you for joining us.
Buy some merch and donate if you so choose. Thank you.